Well, welcome back to another edition of 42nd Street Pete's Grindhouse Summer of Sleaze edition. And here's a guy that, is firmly planted in the grindhouses, Arnold Schwarzenegger. I mean, I think Terminator kicked it off and Conan cemented it. So everything he did basically was action-packed and played in a grindhouse. So let me take you back. I have notes on this one. 1988, Red Heat, where Arnold is playing a Russian cop whose buddy has just been killed by this drug-dealing scumbag, Victor, played by Edo Ross in a tour de force performance. Now he has to go to America to retrieve this guy who's just been caught for running a red light and has a gun with him and has ties to a black gang in Chicago known as the Cleanheads because they shave their heads. And we were introduced to a guy named Rizek, played by Jim Belushi, who honestly I think was a better actor than his brother, but the supporting cast is pretty good too. Peter Boyle as the police captain, Lawrence Fishburne as one of the detectives, Gina Gershon as Victor's girlfriend, Richard Bright as another cop, Brian James as a sleazy pimp drug dealer, and it was directed by Walter Hill. And this was actually the first of 3 times that Jim Belushi would co-star with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Last Action Hero and Jingle All the Way were the other ones. Basically, the film is loaded with action a la Walter Hill because he's an action director. There's several shootouts. You don't have Schwarzenegger's usual wisecracks and stuff like that because Walter Hill wanted to present him as a credible actor. Him and Jim Belushi are great. Belushi, to me, is a good character actor, a good actor in general. He automatically calls the Schwarzenegger character, who was called Danko, Gumby because of the way he looks. Because he sort of looks like a big Gumby. Like I said, Edo Ross does a tour de force performance as a scumbag, drug dealer, Victor. And the big climactic chase scene is done with 2 city buses. And it's actually a little different twist because, how many chase scenes do you ever see in a movie with big city buses? And, this was a major release and basically did really good box office. And, of course, it did play on 42nd Street. This was, 1988. So we're in the waning days and basically anything could get slapped on a marquee there that would sell. So definitely worth the look. Like I said, I really like Jim Belushi as an actor. There's another film he did, a remake of Sahara that was on Showtime, directed by Brian Trenchard Smith, where he basically plays the Humphrey Bogart character from the original. And this one, honestly, it's more action-packed and a little bit, not that the original was bad, because it wasn't, but this just takes it a step further and is a really good film, so that's worth checking out if you can find that too. So definitely check out Red Heat. Arnold and Jim, and like I said, they work well together. So that's our show for today. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for tuning in. And we will catch you on the flip side.